Hello, welcome everybody to International Wednesdays. So basically what this is I'm just going to go over like world news, international affairs, everything going on throughout the world, and doing it all in one little episode every week. So it's weekly, so look out for it every week. And this will also be followed by like America Thursdays or whatever, so I'll have the U.S. news thing on Thursdays too as well. Followed by the podcast on Friday, by the way, the People's Podcast, so look out for that as well. I'm just gonna go over the topics and stuff that I have here. So, basically, in summary, I'm gonna go over the Russian coup, attempted coup anyhow, and the Civil War, right, or whatever, what was gonna be the Civil War. As well as Greek boat disaster in Pakistan, or actually Egypt. A little bit about the Russian-Ukraine war, updates on that and what's going on. And a gas leak in China that killed 31 people. So, that's what I got for now. So let's go over this and let me throw on something.
During Saturday's coup, the U.S. called Russia, with the U.S. reportedly telling them they had nothing to do with the coup and they pushed for Russia to not use its nuclear arsenal, with Lavrov adding that the U.S. really emphasized that they had no plans to get involved in the coup and that everything that was happening was an internal affair of Russia and none of their business, with Lavrov then lashing out at the U.S. for not telling anyone about the rebellion despite knowing about it. And to be fair, he has a point. I mean, when has Russia ever done the U.S. wrong? And don't say the 2016 election, Syria, cyber attacks on our power grid, the 3 invasions of Ukraine, continuous nuclear threats to us and our allies, attempts to kill U.S. citizens, Afghanistan, downing our drones by running into them with their planes, trying to shoot down our planes, unleashing a troll farm. During Saturday's coup, the U.S. called Russia, with the U.S. reportedly telling them they had nothing to do with the coup and they pushed for Russia to not use its nuclear arsenal, with Lavrov adding that the U.S. really emphasized that they had no plans to get involved in the coup and that everything that was happening was an internal affair of Russia and none of their business, with Lavrov then lashing out at the U.S. for not telling anyone about the rebellion despite knowing about it. And to be fair, he has a point. I mean, when has Russia ever done the U.S. wrong? And don't say the 2016 election, Syria, cyber attacks on our power grid.
And they ended up coming to a peace deal, and then Wagner just retreated. But that was apparently the plan, right? So that was the plan all along. They weren't actually planning on overthrowing 30,000 troops versus 3 million or whatever the hell Russia got, 800,000. So yeah, that was actually going to be like a legitimate civil war. Everybody thought it was going to be some crazy shit, but I mean, that didn't happen. Now, we'll move on to how is that going to affect the Russia-Ukrainian war? I've seen the news, and they've said that that's not, that has no effect on Ukraine. Ukraine's just still going to continue to be the same that it was. That it's ongoing. But Wagner is in Belarus right now, so there are rumors of a Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, of an offensive on that again with a special military operation, whatever. So here's just a little bit about Russia. Russia said that if the U.S., this was recently, if the U.S. and the U.K., the U.S. and the U.K. will be fully dragged into a conflict if Crimea is bombed. So, I mean, I guess hope for, if you want, hope that Crimea doesn't get bombed. I guess recently Russia launched a massive air attack on Kyiv and various other Ukrainian cities, massive being probably pretty big, I don't know. And Ukraine says that Russia's biggest blow has yet to come, so Ukraine must be figuring something out for that, correct? Yes. So yeah, that's all Russia-Ukraine. No. Oh, well, hold on. Russia, okay, so the revolt leaders of the, overthrow of the Putin's administration or whatever, they want Putin choked and gagged and killed in a bloody death, right? Bloody strife. Putin Putin, in response, says the organizers will be brought to justice. So we'll see whatever that entails. Probably throw them in the freaking, whatever, their KGB prison. I forget what it's called. The Gulag. That's what I do. Fuck them. Whatever. So yeah, throw them in the Gulag, Putin says. Alright. Moving on, let's go to, we're going to go to Greece and Egypt and Pakistan, whatever. So, Greek boat disaster, right? I think in Egypt and the Mediterranean Sea, I'm not 100% on that, but, hold on a minute. Okay. I'm just throwing that on there just for some background. So apparently 350 Pakistanis were on board a boat, a refugee boat, as you can see on the screen here, headed to, so
Pakistan is mourning after hundreds die in Greece migrant boat disaster. The country is holding a national day of mourning for the roughly 300 Pakistani nationals feared to have died after a migrant boat sank off the coast of southern Greece in one of the world's worst disasters of its kind. Around 750 people were on board travelling from Syria, Egypt, the Palestinian territories and Pakistan trying to get to Europe. 104 survivors were pulled from the water and 78 bodies have been recovered, but hundreds more are thought to have died when the boat capsized and sank on the 14th of June. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has ordered a crackdown on human traffickers in the country, with authorities having arrested 10 people after the incident. Questions have also been raised about the Greek Coast Guard's role in responding to the disaster, although authorities have defended their actions. Pakistan is mourning after hundreds die in Greece migrant boat disaster. The country is holding a national day of mourning for the roughly 300 Pakistani nationals feared to have died after a migrant boat sank off the coast of southern Greece in one of the world's worst disasters of its kind. Around 750 people were on board travelling from Syria, Egypt, the Palestinian territories and Pakistan trying to get to Europe. 104 survivors were pulled from the water and 78 bodies have been recovered, but hundreds more are thought to have died when the boat capsized and sank on the 14th of June. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has ordered a crackdown on human traffickers in the country, with authorities having arrested 10 people after the incident. Questions have also been raised about the Greek Coast Guard's role in responding to the disaster, although authorities have defended their actions. Pakistan is mourning after hundreds die in Greece migrant boat disaster. The country is holding a national day of mourning for the roughly 300 Pakistani nationals feared to have died after a migrant boat sank off the coast of southern Greece in one of the world's worst disasters of its kind. Around 750 people were on board travelling from Syria, Egypt, the Palestinian territories and Pakistan trying to get to Europe. 104 survivors were pulled from the water and 78 bodies have been recovered, but hundreds more are thought to have died when the boat capsized and sank on the 14th of June. Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has ordered a crackdown on human traffickers in the country, with authorities having arrested 10 people after the incident. Questions have also been raised about the Greek Coast Guard's role in responding to the disaster, although authorities have defended their actions. Pakistan is mourning after hundreds die in Greece migrant boat disaster.